Boys, outside nightclub, the mic boys, in super blue jackets, yeah. Keep well hydrated. Remember, lots of water. Press A. If you're gonna be fucking making tunes where you want to scare people, you gotta be out on the street fucking, dishing out slaps. It's gonna be crap.
And don't let the high fashion fool you. These Brooklyn Nets mean business. A shot from earlier on coming down the tunnel, ready to put a show on here at home. Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, these the new power rankings. They tell a great story. They're stuck in neutral, unable to gain any real positive momentum.
And right now for the Magic, they're moving in the wrong direction. The good news, though, it's still early in the season. A lot of games left to be played. Plenty of time to turn things around.
A look at the Magic starting group. The forward spots, it's Wagner and Banchero. Anthony is out there with Kelly Oubre, and it's Carter in at the 5. And for Brooklyn, we've got Bridges. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Johnson. Then there's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. And we know, Greg, most of the talk coming into this game focused on the front court matchup. A lot of talent in the low post here.
And, a lot of times that means it'll come down to the rebounding battle. Whoever controls the boards will have a big leg up in the physical and mental aspect of this game.
Now, here's Banchero. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. Back to Anthony. Clock at 6. Here's Oubre. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
And the pass to Dinwiddie. Almost, but it rolls out. Oubre with it. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Milwaukee. Dinwiddie against Anthony. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Here's Finney-Smith. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Magic. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
In this game, just the first of 4 meetings between these two. They'll get quite familiar with each other by season's end.
And the more you see each other, the more contentious it gets. No bad blood between these teams right now, but that can change over the course of the season.
Now, here's Johnson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
How about Johnson with the hot pass? Good job seeing that open.
And one thing about Cam Johnson, his shooting mechanics are elite.
We already know that he shoots a high percentage from 3, but he also has the height to shoot over people from out there, and that adds to the confidence.
Anthony against Dinwiddie. Anthony kicks to Carter. From outside the arc, Brooklyn with the rebound. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And as shaky as they looked in that game, guys, it showed a lot of mental toughness that they were able to come out and get a win.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Anthony dishes to Banchero. He feeds it to Carter. And it's blocked. Bridges passes to Dinwiddie. Bridges outside. Pass to Dinwiddie. Bridges against Oubre. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And while we see a number of players get hurt during the season, Richard, Mikal Bridges has remained very durable.
He's just an old school player. That's what they used to do. If you were healthy, you played in every single game, and he's found ways to stay healthy.
And that one falls for Bridges.
I consider Mikal Bridges a high motor player. He's always ready to turn up his energy if he thinks it will help him get the better of you.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
Look here at some of the numbers for Dinwiddie. Good season for him last year. He averaged about 17 points a game, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
I've played with someone like him, the type of player that looks to get others involved first. That's my type of teammate.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Banchero outside. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. Looking for Carter. He gets it there. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And because of Carter Jr.'s finesse and athleticism, his teammates trust him to finish those alley-oops in style.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Johnson against Wagner. 5 on the clock. Here's Bridges. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Bridges has got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Anthony. Still yet to score. Pulls up. High post. Bridges shot. Good. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Nets.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And despite the KD Kyrie era fizzling out, Richard, you saw this firsthand. Brooklyn proved they are a destination franchise.
Yeah, just getting KD and getting Kyrie to sign was a win for the Nets. It proved that all stars will go to Brooklyn. Now it's about finding the right stars.
So it's Orlando now, following the bucket by the Nets. Here's Banchero. His three-pointers off the mark. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 6-point game. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Back to Dinwiddie. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Dinwiddie against Anthony. Wagner outside. Carter outside. Wagner against Johnson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's his first trip to the line.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shot, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
That's good from Wagner. And a new group in for the Nets. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Royce O'Neal comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Walker's checked in for Johnson. And Thomas subbed in for Dinwiddie. The Magic also changing it up. Mo Wagner's checked in for Carter. Jalen Suggs comes in for Oubre. And it's Russell in for Cole Anthony. Both free throws good from Wagner.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Russell against Bridges. On the wing, Walker. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Magic trail by 7. Russell passes to Banchero. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
O'Neal sets the screen for Thomas. And a wide open look for Walker. Sinks the triple. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Nets out in front, leading by 8. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
19. The Magic. 11.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
And Greg, when they talk about youth development, the days are gone when coaches divided guards and bigs when it comes to skill work. When did that change?
It's kind of a recent development, maybe the last 10 or 15 years, but it's amazing how the game has evolved.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic start in the second. And the wings, Suggs and Isaac. Mo Wagner out there with Banchero. And it's Russell in at the point. Outside, Russell. Clock at 4. Fires away from way outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Russell's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Nets leading by 7. Outside Thomas. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And it's Bridges at the elbow. It's hauled in by the Magic. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. It was rough.
Now Walker, after D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go.
Just look at those stats from Bridges, and he is feeling it.
Here's Suggs. Thomas covering. Outside, Russell launches a three. Again, Russell missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Richard, with D'Angelo Russell, he's a guy who can do just about anything in the backcourt.
That's right, Kev. If you need him to be a true floor general, he can do that in spurts. And if you need him to be a score-first offensive catalyst, that's his sweet spot.
Now, here is Russell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Count that one from Isaac.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. The Nets have been forced to pivot from their star-crossed super team era. The what-ifs are fading into the rearview mirror. Now it's people like Mikal Bridges that are going to form the next new era. Rest assured, this team has dug its way out of far worse. With the draft assets and two-way talent on their roster, their aim is to remain competitive. Kevin?
I think they are. David, thank you for the report. Changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Cameron Thomas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for O'Neal, and it's Johnson in for Lonnie Walker. The Magic also changing it up. Carter, he's checked in for Mo Wagner. Oubre comes in for Jonathan Isaac, and Anthony subbed in for Jalen Suggs. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And they double up Simmons.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Paolo Banchero. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 20 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
He's someone you can rely on to bring it on a nightly basis. When they need a basket, he's the guy they turn to.
That free throw, no good. It's their first game of a back-to-back. So, Richard, what's your take on players resting on back-to-backs?
Well, honestly, Kevin, I don't know how much more you can give to players. They practice less. They have more trainers. They have all the amenities. At some point in time, it's about who's going to go out there and play the game.
A walking triple-double threat. Simmons needs to keep working on developing that jump shot to be truly unguardable.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Well, you look at Claxton, second in the NBA, a great defender.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Free throw good, Russell. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Simmons. He has yet to score. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Down low. Bridges inside. Defended by Carter. Bridges misses. Russell passes to Carter. And it's blocked. Now, here's Bridges. He's coming off a 10-point game against Washington. Pass to Finney-Smith. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul. Team second.
Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls. Some changes for Brooklyn. Thomas checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Simmons. Hachimura, he's checked in for the Magic. Franz Wagner comes in for Russell. Finney-Smith hits them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Outside Anthony. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Now here's Dinwiddie. He has 6. Johnson outside. Jacks up a 3. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And the Nets lead by 7.
Look at the release from Johnson, getting that shot off before the defenders can close out.
Left 2 minutes to play. Second quarter.
Wagner kicks to Hachimura. Carter with a screen on Thomas. Inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And he's a crafty, kind of an old school big. Carter Jr. knows how to keep defenders off balance.
First trip to the line for him here.
And he hit his foul shots a season ago at about a 74% clip.
And that one falls for Carter.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets. They've led by as much as 10. Dinwiddie finds Claxton. Back to Dinwiddie. Outside for Thomas. Just 5 to shoot. Another one falls for Brooklyn. 1:24 left in the first half of basketball. The Magic trail by 7. Early 2023 saw Cam Thomas just erupt as a scorer, Greg. We were talking about it every game. A guy who was ready to break out.
And Kevin, I like using the word ready because he was given an opportunity and took it. And he showed us all what a productive machine he could be.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Spencer Dinwiddie has talked about buying into his role. He says you have to have confidence that's borderline irrational, but a perspective that's very realistic. You've got to know who you are. Kevin, he adds that he's not attempting to be a Mount Rushmore type guy, but a talented player who can help a winning team.
That's a good perspective, David. Thanks for the story.
Please give a big round of applause for your next USA team.
Bridges, he's checked in for Cameron Thomas. And a switcher also for Orlando. Paolo Banchero's checked in for Hachimura. We've got 1:18 left in the second quarter. There's the lob to Carter. Now Dinwiddie. He's got 6. And stolen by Wagner. Here's Oubre. Bridges with the steal. Passes it to Claxton. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Here's Wagner following the bucket by the Nets. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Anthony. Got a piece of it. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Dinwiddie outside to the paint. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Finney-Smith passes to Bridges. Dinwiddie outside. Misses the 3. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Put your hands together, fans, for your overhead entertainment.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details. Things working out so far for the Brooklyn Nets.
The offense is clicking right now. They're moving it well. Stick with it. The defense can't hang.
Well, we'll see if they can keep it up and build out this lead even further.
And now let's take a moment to look at the upcoming games on the schedule.
You take a look at Orlando. Well, I know you want to talk about standings and such, but right now, it's the GYGP. I know neither of you knows what that means, so I'll help you. It means galvanizing your game plan.
Wow. Pretty good.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. What a game we're seeing from Mikal Bridges.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Nets leading by 9. Cameron Johnson is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. That's the group for Jacques Vaughn getting going here in the second half. Bridges. Oubre pulls it in. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for Orlando. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Anthony against Dinwiddie. Takes a shot at the elbow, and it's Carter missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Greg, here we are watching Claxton. Who does he remind you of?
You know, Kevin, defensively, he looks a lot like AD out there. Similar builds, and Claxton can also handle the ball a little bit. Just want to see if this guy can develop an ability to play facing up to the basket.
Brooklyn leading by 7. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Here to put on the show, your Brooklyn Nets.
With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. 5th best, the Nets.
Their long-range game was a huge strength. They spread the floor, found the open shots, and made the most of their chances.
Magic on defense. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Dinwiddie passes to Bridges. He lobs it up.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive seed.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Anthony with it, defended by Dinwiddie. To the inside, and Carroll, it's blocked. Dinwiddie against Anthony. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. On the wing, Johnson. 5 to shoot. Claxton the pass to Johnson. Lets it go from deep. Hits it from three-point range. And now a 12-point Nets lead.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Now here's Anthony. Here's the pass to Banchero. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. From 12 feet out. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Dinwiddie against Anthony. Bridges a screen on Anthony. Here's Dinwiddie. Count that bucket. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And one thing you know about Claxton, he's not going to waste his opportunity.
Yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in this league, and he's all about getting quality, high-percentage shots, Greg. He doesn't force shots that aren't there for him.
Time to make some noise, Nets fans. 'Cause here they come back on the floor. Your Brooklyn Nets team fight.
For Carter, a very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 15 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. Guys, he's a difference maker off the bench. Steps into that front court and more than holds his own.
He gives them a jolt of energy down low every time he comes into the game. That's something any coach loves to have.
And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. Wagner outside. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Hachimura, he's checked in for Orlando. Carter the pass to Hachimura. Anthony with it to stop the run. He kicks it to Carter. Poked away. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. Dinwiddie outside. Thomas passes to Dinwiddie. Just 4 to shoot. For 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. And here is Hachimura. Hasn't made one yet. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Carter the pass to Hachimura. Back to Carter. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Wagner. Fires Here's for three. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Wagner's got 8.
And not a bad passing center. Carter Jr. with a solid find there that leads to a bucket.
Dinwiddie against Anthony. Finney-Smith kicks to Johnson. Shoots over Oubre. Johnson can't get it to go.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Anthony finds Wagner. Oubre outside. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
They set the pick. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Thomas, so an open look, connects from three-point range. He's got 5.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Wagner against Thomas. Now here's Anthony. D right on him. Pass to Hachimura. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Brooklyn leading by 12. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Thomas. That one goes. Counted. Thomas got his 3rd bucket of the night. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Anthony on the wing. Dinwiddie covering. Hachimura setting the pick for Carter. Oubre, no one around him. Off target with his 3. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. 4th quarter on the floor for the Magic. And the wings, Suggs and Isaac. Banchero is out there with Mo Wagner. And it's Russell in at the point guard. Simmons with it. Passes it to Walker. Bridges a screen on Isaac. Here's Walker. He sinks the 11-footer. Walker's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Banchero outside. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
And he's one of those guys that just keeps coming at you. Paolo Banchero is special.
Isaac against Walker. Here's Bridges, and he comes up with the deuce. And the Nets lead by 13.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
I like seeing this aggressiveness from Isaac, utilizing his amazing length to his advantage to get to the line.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Nets?
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the 3. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
that one is off.
And Isaac really continues to intrigue you. A 6'10" forward who's just got great agility and can be a nightmare in transition.
The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Good on the second free throw. Nets leading by 12. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. The feed now to Bridges. Suggs with the steal. Banchero dishes to Russell, and he makes that one.
And floating it in there, the smoothness, something you've got to love about Russell's game.
Brooklyn's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Perfect connection on the hoop. Bridges is very good at going up and finishing lob as a wing.
Russell against Simmons. And that one's good. Russell.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Now here's Simmons. Feeds it to Bridges. Over Suggs. That's good from Bridges on the assist by Simmons. Bridges has got 6 points in the quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
To the middle. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And how about Banchero showing some passion there, going in hard and finishing right at the rim.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your next U10 team. Fans, please give a big round of applause for your next U10 team.
Brooklyn making some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for O'Neal. Johnson comes in for Thomas. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Simmons. Orlando also making some changes. Franz Wagner's checked in for Isaac. Oubre comes in for Suggs. And Anthony subbed in for Russell. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, during the break, listened in on Jacques Vaughn's huddle. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. And when that three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Dinwiddie. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Finney-Smith kicks to Dinwiddie. 4 on the shot clock. Floats one. And it's Wagner with the rebound. The Magic trail by 10. Here's Banchero. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Oh, nice touch from the mid-range. Banchero, it's great watching his confidence continue to grow.
Johnson outside. And there's the pass to Bridges. Nets passing it around. Finney Smith passes to Bridges. Lets it go. Dinwiddie with the bucket. And the Nets lead by 10.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Now, here's Banchero. Fires the three. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And I know Coach loves to see Banchero get rolling out there. He is capable of some serious production.
Dinwiddie outside to the inside. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're behind by 9. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the fourth. Banchero, right side. Carter sets the pick for Anthony. He feeds it to Carter. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 8 rebounds in this game. Now here's Dinwiddie. Finney Smith passes to Dinwiddie. Johnson outside. Shoots. It's hauled in by the Magic.
They say it's a make or miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Wagner finds Oubre. Oh, that's blocked. Oubre against Dinwiddie. There's the drive. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Brooklyn.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Mikal Bridges.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Here's Banchero after Mikal Bridges' bucket. Carter outside, all alone. Offensive rebound. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Substitutions on the court.
Twelve seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now Simmons. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching as we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Mikal Bridges.
Sky boy, sky boy, sky boy, sky boy, sky boy, sky boy, sky boys. Outside nightclub, the mic boys. In super blue jackets, yeah. Keep well hydrated. Remember, lots of water. Well, hey, if you're gonna be fucking making tunes where you want to scare people, you gotta be out on the street fucking, dishing out slaps. It's gonna be crap.